Wait. All right, guys, excited. We have a lot of stuff to cover over the last 2 weeks. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to be at last week's meeting. I had some things that I had to attend to within our own family, but I'm happy to be back with you guys today. So before we get rolling, if there's any guests on the line, if you're a team member and you have somebody here that you brought them as a guest to experience our environment, experience a meeting, does anybody need to do any introductions before we get rolling? Does anybody have a guest, or is anybody here for the first time and like to say hello? Give you guys an opportunity. Going once, going twice. All I can see is this cat spinning in circles on Annie's video.
I see Flybeck down there. He's brand new to the team.
What's that?
Flybeck? He's brand new to the team. I see him on the
Yep, he is. Awesome. So, Babek, what's up, my man? I was going to come to you in a moment, but let's go to you now, man. Welcome. I know that we've been kind of close in proximity for quite some time. So what led to your choice to come here?
First of all, excited to be here. This is a great team, and the environment was just, I felt like more in tune with the environment that you guys have here. So, so I'm excited to get going and, be part of this team.
I love it. And I was going to say this for a little bit later, but you're here right now, man. You have something that just happened, your first time, and something very important, a huge milestone in your career. What just happened?
Oh, yeah. So I just got my first listing agreement signed today. So, that's a first one for me. So, yeah, I'm super grateful.
Awesome. And he's working on another one to get signed this afternoon. So excited for you, man. Thank you for choosing us. We're excited to have you on this journey with us and to support you. So wonderful. Any other guests on the lines that would like to say hello or introduce somebody that is on the call? Going once, going twice. All right, cool. We will move on. I'm actually going to turn the mic over to Karina and her new hair. Karina, I love the new haircut. It looks great. Let's turn it over to our Oracle for our quick teaching moments. Let me turn the mic over to you.
Thanks, Elias. So CAR dropped a few different things on us. 2 of them I won't talk about, but they're really informative about how to complete that COP form, contingent on the sale of property form for your buyers. It's always a confusing form, but they actually broke it down really nicely. So I'll share that for future reference. And then when you are not exempt from completing a TDS, your sellers, there's a lot of people that think they're exempt when they're not. So they've dropped really good information on that. But what I will get into today is that there have been ongoing lawsuits regarding how buyer's agents get compensated for years, right? So there was one that was just finalized. Historically, buyer broker compensation is protected under NAR's rule that listing brokers are the ones that are required to offer compensation to buyer brokers. But this class action settlement in Massachusetts just set precedent to change the current compensation structure by eliminating the MLS requirement that the seller listing broker must offer compensation, and the listing broker must let the seller know that they don't have to compensate the broker, and allows for negotiations regarding compensation to the buyer broker. So the use of buyer representation agreements, also known as buyer broker agreements, will likely become more mainstream as other lawsuits are finalized if the industry as a whole moves away from the policy of sellers paying buyer broker commissions. To be clear, it doesn't affect NAR right now or how we're currently paid. This is just precedent that has been set now that there is a lawsuit that has been finalized where that is the case. So at this time, we're just encouraging buyer representation agreements, even though they're not required. They're just highly recommended, and I'll post the full article shortly.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I'll talk to Elias about getting Karen Nelson. She's a part of the CR board. She's kind of warned us about this about over a year and a half ago. I've been posting it actively on Slack. In the very near future, in certain cities like Seattle, I think Vegas, if you look on Redfin, now it actually shows the buyer compensation. So when the buyer's shopping, they know how much they're getting paid. So in the very near future, you guys really need to be able to differentiate yourself, kind of like, step up to being attorney, doctor, dentist level, where you actually have a really unique value proposition and experience track record. Because if your job and you feel your job is just to open doors, you're gonna have a really hard time winning clients over. Because then if you have to say how much you're worth, what you charge, and then they go somewhere else. Like, well, that person can do it for less. It is definitely going to have commission compression in the long term, because everyone's going to be fighting for less to pay out, to charge less, and there's going to be more competition. So you got to really fine tune your negotiation skills, your presentation skills, your sales skills, your just everything to be able to win business and get. So in the future, like the top listing agents will have a lot of the listings, so they can create the buyers. But if you're a new agent, it's going to be harder and harder. So you need to really step it up, and then rather get that going now than all of a sudden, no, next summer this changes to say everywhere in the NAR might say, okay, now this pass everywhere in the US, commissions are down to 0. You get to figure out your own commission, and then you then have a year of practice and to try to earn your way. You could literally immediately like drop out of the business. I don't think that would happen though, because NAR is cheap and they're losing money every year. They're trying to increase the fees, but regardless.
Awesome. I appreciate that. I want to send a huge congratulations out to 2 people. First off, Chantel Lucas. She is on the call today with her amazing newborn. She's been still coming to coaching, still showing up to events, still showing up to meetings. And so look at this little baby that she is holding. And then huge shout out to Sunny. Sunny just announced 2 weeks ago that he is having a baby girl. So congratulations to all the parents in the team and to all the future parents on the team. Super, super excited for you guys. So let's get right into this. I'm going to share my screen really quick and I'm going to pull up the slides and we'll go ahead and get rolling. All right, guys. So let's go ahead and get rolling. I'm going to present. Boom. We have a lot of scripts to cover because last week, obviously, we did our mid-year review. So let's do this. Before we get into all of our new escrows, I see the events happening. I see buyer workshops posting. I see our Joellen had mentioned something that she has coming up that is actually really cool, has something to do with cowboy boots, I think, if I remember it correctly. So who has something that's coming up on the books, community event, a agent-led event, educational event, something fun in the offices. So who wants to talk about what they have going on in the coming weeks? Otis White, you raise your hand first. Let's go to you. And then Joellen, and hopefully you can contribute and tell everyone about your amazing upcoming event as well. Let's go, O.
Community contribution is I am back to coaching youth football after like 15 years. My uncle had been begging me for like the last 2 years. So trying to see how I'm going to manage being a dad, real estate, and all the other things that I'm doing and coaching. But we are looking for 11-year-olds in San Francisco, the San Francisco Gators, the Bay Area Gators. We're looking for 11-year-olds. This team is one of the hardest teams to fill in the organization. I think we only have like 9 kids need to legally to be able to have a team have 16. So we're almost there. So if you have any San Francisco kids, any kids in San Francisco, any family members, please let them know. And then also I was talking about the backpack drive. These things are a little expensive. They're about $300. So some of the coaches, most of the coaches are helping some of these kids. And I think that's kind of somewhat the factor, not also that school doesn't start for another 2 to 3 weeks. So we'll probably see a little bit more. But if anybody on the team knows anybody in San Francisco, know any 11-year-olds, shoot them my way, please.
Perfect. Love that. I love that. Congratulations to you getting back into the coaching. Joellen, we'll come to you in a moment. Tahoe or Will, let's go to you and let's hear what is going on in your world.
We've got a Brokers Open and open house event at a pretty sprawling property up at Lake of the Pines in the Auburn area, 23526 Rosewood Road. We're having a party. It's actually, there's a pool, hot tub, grotto, barbecue. I'm going to have live music and all that stuff. That's going to be on the 27th. We're doing it from starting at 11. The open house is going to be from 11 to 4, and then a private Brokers Open and music event with catering from 4 to 7. And I'll drop that in. Again, it's 23526 Rosewood at Lake of the Pines.
Beautiful, beautiful. I love it. And then Joellen, if you want to talk to us about your event, and then anybody else that has a community event that's coming up in the next week or so. Joellen, let's hear from you.
Hi guys, yeah, Ophelia and I are gonna have a Boots barbecue and sunset views in Vacaville on a 5-acre property. We're gonna have a craft cocktailist there, face painter, some just other vendors, and we're basically adopting a school. And she's identified a school in Fairfield, and I've identified a school in Sacramento. So the details will be coming soon, and we would hope to have all of our teammates out there for a nice end of summer event.
Yes, I love this. I love this. You guys think about this. Back to school is happening in a couple weeks. I remember a few years back, I think it was 2 years ago, Dewey and Peter ran a event for teachers. And this is something that you guys can do if you have the means to do so. Maybe you guys can contribute $200, $500 for school supplies. And what you're going to do is you're going to make a cool video. You're going to ask people to tag teachers that they know. And then you're going to do a live random drawing and pick that teacher and then give them that money for school supplies. I just think it's a really, really great opportunity, especially a couple weeks from now, we're all going back to school. So leverage this time, do a back to school campaign. And if you don't have $500, maybe you have $100 that you can put towards this, because everyone loves the opportunity to win something. And then you're going to get tons and tons of more people on your social media, on your DMs, and in the comment section on the post. So I would highly recommend that you do a back to school.
Can I say one more thing?
Please.
Can I say one more thing? Also, you guys can reach out to your next door on your Nextdoor app and let them know that you're collecting school supplies for the local schools. And you'll be surprised at how many neighbors will want to drop everything off at your house, or you can pick it up and they get to know you.
Totally. I love it. And you guys can use the offices for stuff like that, you know, reach out to the community, have the office be a hub, and then really build some great content. And because it's such a great cause, I think you could build some really great traction. So good stuff. I love that, Joel. Will, was that a new hand or is that your old hand?
Oh, sorry.
All right, no worries, man. If I can just have you lower that hand, perfect. Let's get right back into the slides. All right, guys, so let's keep it rolling. Let's go to new escrows. We have 2 weeks of new escrows, so we are going to run through this. So first up on the list, Will, good to see your face on there. Got an Op City lead into contract. Joellen got a lead into contract as well. And then V, all the way from her vacation in Jamaica, back on the scene. So V, I would love to hear from you. Talk to us about this deal. Talk to us about this lead. What worked? What was your strategy and what you saw in the market where you wrote this offer? V, I would love to turn the mic over to you. So that should be 610. Okay, Joellen, we will make sure to fix that, and I'll fix that before the meeting ends. Let me do that right now. V, are you on? Oh, there you are. Perfect.
Yes, good morning, everyone. I was out on vacation, and this was actually a client who used to be a real estate agent, and I actually was her mentor. And she decided to have me as her agent representing her. So we looked at a couple of properties that she ended up not wanting to write an offer on. And this one we actually got accepted and got her 10K seller closing costs. And then it's actually a short sale. So I'm definitely learning a lot on this. And yeah, we're in contract and we should be closing pretty soon. Inspections came back, they're pretty clean. And yeah, we're really excited for her.
I love this. And it's not your only deal that you got in. Did you get into 2 deals while you're on vacation?
Yes, the other one was with Bill.
I love it. I love it. And was that your first time to Jamaica? It
yes,
looked
first
amazing.
time, and it's not going to be the last time. I had so much fun. Oh my God, you guys have to try visiting Jamaica one day.
I love it. I love it. Love seeing your posts. I love the pictures. It looked amazing. So congratulations. And, you know, this goes for everybody. You want to get busy, go on vacation. There's just something in the air when you're on vacation, your phone starts to ring. So congratulations to you. 2 escrows in 1 week while on vacation at a beautiful, beautiful place. Joelle, we'll make sure to update this and that way it is reflected properly. Our apologies, but let's continue on. Ilona got in a contract for $290,700. Wanda got into contract for $385,000, and Annie and Law got into contract on Op City for $322,000. Congratulations to everybody in this category. Would love to see if Ilona is on. Ilona, can you talk about this deal? What worked? What was the strategy, and what it took to get this client into contract? No, she is not here. Annie, I see you and your cat, so I'm just going to call on you. Annie, you want to talk to us about this deal?
Sure. So this deal is in Op City. The client actually been looking for a place to call home for the last 2 years, and they were just driven out of because like overbidding. They're actually first generation American, so the parents are over 55, and this will be their first home, probably the last that they'll settle in. And we run through a couple of issues with like part approval because they wanted their young daughter to live with them. She's over 18, but some part doesn't allow that. So we actually was supposed to write on 2 properties, but because of the part strict guideline, we only wrote on 1. And I was able to save them $20,000 off of the listed price. And got them into contract, and now we're just working on like paperwork, and I have to translate everything in Vietnamese because they don't speak English. So the whole thing was basically planned out in like Vietnamese full on. They don't speak English, so I talk to them Vietnamese, translate every document there is into Vietnamese so that they can understand it before signing. And yeah.
I love this. So Annie, just so for the people that understand, and Otis, I'll get to you in a second, 2 years that they've been looking, where did the clients start out and where did they finally end up at?
So they were originally just looking at homes, and they wanted to work with listing agents instead of like having their own buyer's agent. And when I got connected with them with their daughter, they actually was just asking me how to get to a property. They weren't asking for my assistant or anything like that. So she has the same name as me. So I basically throw that in. It was like, hey, like I can actually let you come inside and take a look since there's no open house, and basically sold it to them. And for the 2 years it was looking, they just kind of like aimlessly doing it on their own, hearing from other people. So they got their pre-approval already ahead of time. But then of course they didn't know anything about part approval for mobile home. There was no guidance. So coming in, they're kind of like a blank piece of paper with scribble all over it. So we have to really erase everything and then reteach them. And since they're much older, I have to be extra careful of what I have to say, because then they'll have a lot of questions, a lot of things that they need clarity on. And we have to basically be very mindful in explaining things to them so that they understand and comfortably allowing me to like, trusting me to do my job.
I love this. I love this. Congratulations to you. Congratulations to Law. I don't know if he's close to you, but make sure to tell him we said congratulations. Otis, you had some contributions on this thought or on her share?
On just her share, like, I just want to say congratulations to her because I know how hard she's been working, and I realized, how timid she was, and she just really wanted to get with clients. Like, she was so eager to hear her. Look how comfortable. Look, she was just so smooth and soothing through her approach there. So Annie, so proud of you. Congratulations. And I mean, look, like, how hard is it to live with a partner, but work with them, and they make that shit look so effortlessly. So big ups to you guys. That's just what I'm saying.
Thank you.
Awesome. Congratulations. So we're going to move on to the next category. Congratulations, everybody that made it on the board in that category. Once again, V and Will got into contract for 370. Dan Sunberg got into contract for 485. And then Vanessa Vo got into contract for 490,000. So congratulations to everybody that made it on the board in this category. And let's see who I have on to contribute. Vanessa, I'm going to turn the mic over to you. Tell us about the strategy, what worked, what you're up against, and what was that final strategy that got your client into contract. So Vanessa, I'm going to turn it over to you, and Otis, I'm going to have you lower your hand, my man. Vanessa Vo going once, Vanessa Vo going twice.
I'm here.
There she is. What's up, Vanessa? Tell us about this deal.
Hello, guys. So this one is going to be one of a core memory in my career, I believe. So these clients I met at my very first open house when I first got into real estate. And that was a year and a half ago. And I mean, lo and behold, we've been writing offers. We fell out of contract a month ago. We were 5 days away from keys, and sellers found out he owed an additional $50K in child support. So y'all pay your child support because it follows you. So this one, how we were able to win, man, we were so close to not getting even in the first round to get a counter, but the communication for me, this was how I was able to bring them here. And so we submitted an offer. We were getting ready to submit an offer, but they had already accepted an offer. But I said, hey, you know what? I understand, things may pan out. And if it doesn't, please reach out. Probably an hour later, he was like, hey, submit your offer. Buyers got cold feet. And I was like, we're submitting right now. And he was like, we, would like for you guys to come up, close to ask. We came in 20K under ask. I said, how about we meet in the middle and we can close quick. So that was a week ago. We are closing next Thursday.
Yes, I love this. I love this. So Vanessa, for the people that don't know, how many homes did you sell your entire year last year? Just share with everyone, because this is important for everyone on this call, because there's so much inspiration in this message. How many deals did you close all last year?
5.
And where are you at this year?
I have closed 9. I have 5 pending.
5 pending right now. Here's what, and congratulations, right? And you'll hear me say that time and time again, but you'll always hear that I've been working with this client for a very, very long time. Vanessa has a very solid approach when it comes to her follow-up boss. The cadence, the sequence, the notes, everything that she does, she can go back and look at all of the communication that she's had. So follow-up boss has been a huge part of her success. Obviously, her personality, her tenacity, her ability to negotiate, to learn, to listen, but she runs a very, very strict offense when it comes to her follow-up boss. So congratulations to you. That is always the trend. When I hear you talk like, oh, I've been working with this client for a long time, I've been showing him houses for months. This was from her very first open house. That doesn't happen by chance. That happens because she did great on the follow-up in her CRM. So congratulations to you, Vanessa. Love seeing all of your continued success. Let's continue cruising right along, you guys. Next up on the list, Hurston and George got in contract twice in this past week, one for $155,000, and then George and Hurston got in contract on another one for $535,000. So George, I see that you just got into the office. I'm not sure if Hurston is there with you, but George, I'm going to turn the microphone over to you because you were actually on vacation as well, but still were able to get 2 deals in the contract. So George Martinez, let's hear from you, big dog. Grab yourself, take yourself off of mute and let's hear from you.
Awesome. What's up, everyone? And thank you. So yeah, this is a lead that Hurston and I actually got from Mike from Fairway. And so funny thing is the lead was actually looking to do an ITIN. So when Hurston and I did the buyer consultation with him, we went to his restaurant in Vallejo. So he owned 2 restaurants. He sold his Walnut Creek location. And before he wanted to retire, he actually wanted to reallocate the proceeds from that restaurant sale into real estate, because his goal is for him and his wife to basically move and retire to Mexico and have his 18-year-old son stay here, run the family business, but also have some passive income so that they can basically live their lives in Mexico on retirement. And then he also did want to go ahead and basically make sure that his son was taken care of. So it was supposed to be 1 deal, but what had happened was that we ended up putting him on Real Scout. And so these are both properties he ended up getting to his Real Scout. And despite me and Hurston like sending him properties we thought would like basically catch his interest, he would kind of ignore us. And then me and Hurston for a second were like, what the hell? This dude's possibly a waste of time right now. But we're like, you know what? If we give up on him now, he's probably gonna, like, the moment we give up on him, he's gonna buy like that from someone else. So we just had patience and we were just like talking each other through like, dude, okay, cool. Maybe he's gonna like this one, maybe he's gonna like that one. And then every one we would send him personally, the numbers would make sense because he wanted his cash flow, I think, to be like $6,000 a month. And then when he would send us something that he would like, it would be like the rents were below market. He would be paying more, like $3,500 out of pocket. And then eventually our Real Scout sent him a lot listing. So he bought a lot listing all cash in Bay Point. So with that one, he's actually going to go ahead and build a property on it. And then told me and Hurston he wants us to represent him as his listing agents on that one. And then the second one is a single family home in Vallejo. So we ended up getting him that one for about $30,000 under the asking price. And we have inspections today. The lot closes today. And then I believe the single family home actually closes end of this week or mid next week.
Beautiful, beautiful. I love it. Might come back to you in a moment about takeaways from forward, or maybe we'll save that for another session, but congratulations to you and to Hurston. Kenny, you had your hand up. Let me go over to you.
Yeah, so Real Scout, quick plug for Real Scout. Andrew, the CEO, called me the other day. They're just looking for our support. Follow Boss is doing a pitch battle. So 5 different IDX websites like YLopo, Luxury Presence, Real Scout are competing on Thursday. It'd be great, like if you guys can all go in and vote for Real Scout, so they can also get more exposure and make the product better. And then I didn't realize that Real Scout has a pro product, so they didn't know we were on Follow Boss. That's my bad. They thought we were on Chime. So we're working with developers this week to upgrade our Real Scout platform. There's an automatic integration now in the new platform where if leads come in through certain portals, they get automatically added to like a home value thing, kind of like a HomeBot kind of thing. So we're working on that. And again, Thursday, if you guys can show up for the 1 hour pitch battle, you can kind of see what IDX programs are out there too for your own websites, but vote for Real Scout. Thank you.
And you guys, if all of your clients are not going through Real Scout, that should be a pathway that everyone goes through, because just like these consumers, the things that George and Hurston were sending them individually, that wasn't really attractive to them. But being able to have them in Real Scout, you can see all their analytics, you can see their behaviors, and then you can respond accordingly. I think Real Scout is one of the best tools in the game, and it helps you keep all of your thoughts organized. And so then when you're doing follow-up calls, it's not just, hey, I'm checking in. You audit every single person based on their search criteria, what they've done over the last 48 hours, 72 hours, and then you respond accordingly, not just checking in. So love Real Scout for that. So great contribution. Thank you, George. Congratulations to you and Hurston, and let's continue cruising on. Next up on the list is Danielle and Sarah. They got in contract twice, 385 and 410. And then Vivian and Kevin got into contract for 505,000. Congratulations to all of you in that category. Let me see if Sarah is on. Let me see if Danielle is on. And let me see if Viv and Kevin are on. All right, so they are all there. So one big clap for them. Congratulations, and we'll keep cruising on. All right, so next up, Cyrus and Sunny got in contract for 580,000. Jeff got in contract for 695.30, and Jenna got in contract for $705,000. Congratulations to everyone that made it in this category. Let me see who I have on that I could call on. All right, let's go Cyrus. And let's go Sunny. All right, cool. So another one clap for all of these amazing people that got into contract. And then let's go to this next section. So Asira got in contract for 774900. Colette got in contract for 788,000. And then Crispy and Sophia got into contract twice, once for 85,000 and 879,000. And Sophia, you knew I would not miss you. I would not leave you out. I'm here. Just took me a couple slides to get to you. So Sophia and Chris, I'm going to have you guys talk about these two deals. Tell us what the strategy was, what worked, and let's turn the mic over to you in beautiful Sacramento. Let's go.
Okay, so the first deal, the 85K Op City deal, I got that lead a couple months ago. I followed up with him over time. We booked a buyer's consult. He's never bought a home before, so we kind of, ran the plan down with him, and he was so ready. It was so funny. He actually pulled out a Crown Royal bag with like a fat wad of cash, and he was like, "Yup, like I'm ready. Like take this money." He was trying to hand it to us right then and there, but we were like, "Okay, wait, we have to get you pre-approved and all this." So we brought him through everything, and the mobile home deal it's like a learning curve for sure, but we got it in contract. He works in Alaska, so it was kind of tough sometimes to get on the same page. I got stood up a couple times for showings, but with Real Scout, I was tracking his activity and we made it happen for him. So really super excited about that. Ever since we got into contract on that deal in Op City, we've been getting a lot
Sophia, can you do me a quick favor? Could you come a little closer to the mic? I'm just cutting out this a little bit. I want to make sure that we get all of what you're saying.
Oh my gosh, like fun. Yeah, so ever since we got into contract on that Op City deal, our Op City has been ringing like crazy. We actually just got a $2 million lead. We'll see what he qualifies for, but super excited about that. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I know with my previous brokerage that me and Will ran, we did Op City as well. We had one of our agents that chased these small deals. And after she closed a couple of these small land and mobile home deals, next she closed $1 million deal. So with Op City, you just chase everybody and treat everybody as equals. and just close it. Don't even count the money. Just do right by people. Then you'll get in the algorithm. You'll get blown up.
I love that you just said that, Chris, because I don't care if it's 80,000 or if it's 2 million, that's someone's home. That's someone's home, right? And Opcity and Ojo will always do that. They're going to give you some lower price point leads, but I've seen, I mean, raise your hand on this call if you've gotten a lead that was in a lower price point, you worked that lead, saw it through, and then all of a sudden your phone started to ring with a higher price point lead. It happens all the time, right? Also, raise your hand if you've ever had a Crown Royal bag full of money. Please raise your hand.
Yeah, he came in with like a guap, and I was like, "Slow your roll, bro. It don't work that way, you know."
Yo, we don't want that. We
No.
don't want that. I love that. Well, congratulations.
For the other deal, this has been a challenging deal. I had to kind of think out the box to make it work and solve the problem for both parties. Work with an agent. There was right now the main issue is affordability, right? People are kind of hesitant to pull the trigger because rates are high and they're like, oh, it's so expensive. So the buyer and the agent was telling me it's an affordability issue, even though they could afford it. So since my seller was free and clear, I had to agree to do a 10%, $89,700 seller finance at a 2% interest rate, amortized over 30 years with a 3-year balloon, since the buyer is going to sell her house in 2 years. So she'll get paid out that 10% in 3 years, but in the meanwhile, it allows the buyer to have an 80-10-10, no MI, keep her mortgage payment low. So I had to do the seller finance structure with my buyer, with my seller to make the buyer's numbers work, and also give them, I raised the purchase price up to give them their credit back because I know it will appraise, because it just appraised last month for the price we have it now, even though I did a price reduction. So nowadays, it's like if you're not bringing value and if you're not doing the extra things and solving people's problems, you're going to be stagnant, because that's how you separate yourself from everybody. You got to solve problems like off the bat and have a plan A, plan B, plan C. Like I got the rate down 2%. If they weren't happy, they needed a lower payment. It was actually 15-year amortized. I could bring it to 30-year amortized and drop her monthly second mortgage from 565 to 350. So I even had that in the backup in case she needed it lower. So it's just about just doing some crazy stuff to make it happen and problem solve.
Wow, I love that. I mean, think about how creative that approach was, right? Now, obviously, he's a veteran. He's been in this game for some time, but he's looking at like, what is the best possible scenario? How can I get creative? How can we make this work for them? And shout out to you, man. I love when you drop your knowledge because, I know people reach out to you like, man, tell me about how you're doing that. So appreciate that strategy, man. And congratulations to both of you.
Thank you.
All right, guys, let's continue cruising on. Anna Pacheco got into contract twice, 466 and 759. Christina Pineda also got into contract twice, 455, 990. And then Peter and Dewey got into contract for 910,000. So congratulations to everybody that made it on the board in these categories. Let's see who I have on today. Let's see if I have Peter and Dewey on. Let's see if I have Christina on. All right, cool. So they are not here unless, Brian, they are in the office and I'm not seeing them. Going once, going twice. All right, cool. We're going to move on. Congratulations, everybody in that category. Now let's move to the $1 million plus category. Lisa Gillis got in contract for $1,010,000. Eric King, between his vacation, he's on the road to Colorado. Check out his stories. It's absolutely amazing. Got in contract for 1,150. And then Jordana got a Opcity deal in the contract for 1.2. So congratulations to everyone that made it in the $1 million plus category. Let's see if I have Jordana on. No, let me see if I have Lisa on. And I know that Eric is traveling. So one more time, big clap for these 3 people. Now, definitely going to turn the mic over to this dude. He is in the office. I know how hard he has been working. He took a couple L's over the last couple of weeks, but he kept his head high. He stayed in the game and he continued his course no matter what. So Kuhn got into contract 3 times in this last 2 weeks. So congratulations, Kuhn. I'm going to come back to you in a minute. Julie got in contract for 1.475. And then Raquel, been working so hard behind the scenes and finally came to fruition at 1.480. So congratulations to everybody that made it on the board in the $1 million plus category. But Kuhn, I'm definitely going to turn the mic over to you, big dog. Talk to us about this. Tell us what you've been going through. Talk to us about strategy. Oh, shoot. Did he walk away, Brian?
I'm calling back. He's right here.
All right, Kuhn, man, it's your spotlight, bro. 3 contracts in the last 2 weeks, man. I'll give you the mic, give you an opportunity to talk about this. What worked, what's working for you. I know you took some L's. I was in the office a couple weeks ago when you got a deal canceled on you, but you stayed in the fight, man. You got back in the ring, put your mouthpiece back in and did your thing, man. So let's hear from you.
So those two 1.3s are actually we're going through a cancellation right now, but I'm about to get him back in. He's still motivated to buy, so that's a good thing, you know. Yeah, both of those are like kind of the same person, so both of them sadly did cancel, but I'm trying to get him back. I'm trying to get him back in because appraisal issue. Shout out Dominique, she's been really helpful. Been helping me throughout both of those deals actually, so really appreciate her on that one. But that 425,000 is shout out to Kevin Bowie. He allowed me those clients. They were Chinese speakers and they're first-time homeowners. We got beat out 3 times actually, and I finally got him in, and it was really cool to see him finally get their offer accepted. You know, we put our best foot forward and we got accepted actually by a member on the Davis team. So shout out to them for, you know, working with us.
Love it. Kun,
Was
let me
it
ask you a question.
Opcity, Kun?
Yeah.
Was it 1-2 or 1-3 Opcity?
Yes, it was.
So let me ask you a question, man. What's been some of your non-negotiables? You're still new. This is still your first year in the game. Like, what's a non-negotiable for you? Like, when you're looking at your day, your week, your month, like, what is a non-negotiable for you? Something that has proven to be successful for you thus far.
I'm blanked out right now, but, you know, just keep going. Consistency is going to do its, you know, it's going to do its work. Like, whether that's like mentally, health-wise, like whatever it is, you know, being consistent is the #1 thing.
Amen. Amen, bro. Well, congratulations to you. Congratulations on all your hustle and all the things that you're doing behind the scenes, and way to stay solid with your content creation too. So you guys, here's our company stats. We released a couple of videos the other day. You guys will see more videos coming out about the company. We just did a series of videos about the onboarding process, our tech tools, our company history. We're going to use that for attraction videos. So when we drop those, we'll make sure that you guys have those, help direct people to those videos. But here's what you guys were able to do in the last 2 weeks. 34 new escrows in the last 2 weeks, and you guys posted over $22 million in new volume. No matter what, the way that we look at this business right now, even though the market is down year over year, roughly around 40%, we are still smoking the market. We're still doing better than what the market is saying we should be doing at this stage of the game. And so where we're at about 580 deals. That's including our closed as well as our pending. My hope and our intent is that we exceed what we did last year in pending, or excuse me, in units. We did 1,005 homes last year. So if we can do that and even a little bit more, it proves that no matter what, that this team will always find a way to win. So congratulations to everybody that contributed to our success over the last couple of weeks, and congratulations to everybody working their asses off behind the scenes that are going to lead to new escrows in the coming weeks. So shout out to everyone on the team. Now, I'm going to turn the mic back over to this guy. So Chris B, I feel that you get a lot of accolades because of who you are. You're a natural born leader. People always come to you for questions. I don't remember a keep it moving group coaching that Chris has not been at. Now, maybe Chris would think that I'm a veteran, I don't really need to go to coaching, but dude still shows up. He still contributes, has 2 pending escrows in this last week. He is a vet. He is a Sacramento community builder. When I mean that, he's in the office, he wants to do events, he's there, he's supporting everyone. And this dude is a straight hustler. So Chris, just want to give you the mic one more time, man. We love you. We appreciate you. Want to edify you. Want to put your name in lights really quick. So if you'd like to grab the mic and say anything about this, feel free to, brother.
I appreciate everybody. I just love this team. You guys like keep me motivated. Seeing this, all you guys is teaching an old dog new tricks, you know? So I'm just happy to be a part of something special. And I love and appreciate all you guys. I'm looking forward to growing Team Fast all day. Let's go.
Let's go, baby. Let's go, man. I appreciate you, bro. Well deserved. Well deserved. I love that you're always open to just pass on your knowledge. You're very easy to talk to. And a lot of people don't know this. Chris used to be a dope MC and still has some rhymes that if you get him in the right circumstance and drop a beat, I'm sure that he will drop some of his flows. So congratulations to you, man. I love seeing your name in lights, and well deserved for the week. So let's continue going on. All right, guys. So this week, if you have not reserved for our cookout this week, make sure to grab that QR code, RSVP. It is this Thursday, July 27th at Kennedy Park in Hayward. It is reflected on the team calendar. It is there. Bring just bring your kids, have some fun with us. We're gonna have lawn activities. If you can bring the football, because I'm sure we're probably gonna get some 5-on-5 going. We're gonna try to bring a kickball out. We'll have cornhole. We'll be having some fun out there and definitely going to be eating some great food. And here's an advantage for all of us. It's slated to be in the mid 70s, so it's not going to be too hot out there. We're going to have some fun. So hoping you all can make it out and have some fun with us, have some exciting time with the kids, and just go out there and just celebrate you guys. So excited about that. Any questions about the Team Fast Cookout? Cool. Awesome. Market resources. So Kenny, anything you want to drop, anything you want to mention from Forward, anything that is new, different, something we should be on the lookout when it comes to video trends, things like that. And then do we have any new updates for team assets? And we'll get to the Fast Studio in a moment, but anything on your end, Kenny?
Yeah, we're working on 2 big projects right now. For a couple of weeks now, we're having the VA. This is, we mentioned in previous Fast, this is a new flip book kind of thing, listen presentation. Here's just an example of it. We did a beta test on this, and we're going to have individual agent profiles on virtual books for all of our agents, and they can be embedded into our new website. Our new website is dropping this month. And then we're also customizing neighborhood maps or really colorful icons, and just so you can have it as an asset for your listening presentation, or have printouts for your open house locally in the Bay Area. The only company I've seen with it in the past was Climb Real Estate, my previous company, and currently Red Oak. So we're really excited for these 2 marketing collaterals we're building out. These are really big projects to work on. Even like this little flip book that they made for me. This is the first time seeing a profile one. Probably took at least a couple hours, but we're trying to make one for everyone. We're trying to try to semi-automate the process by sending out some type of type form for you to fill out questions, send us your pictures, send us links to the videos you want, and we can embed certain places on it. So look out for that in the next month. I think it's really going to be able to help you win a lot of business. It's almost like having your own like sizzle reel thing, like at Evo Mastermind, Kevin, like a lot of the speakers have this cool presentation. It's going to enhance your high note and be a supplemental marketing piece.
We also did a training a couple weeks ago, as a listing training. We have a new roadmap, and the new roadmap is a really, really cool tool to use when you're talking with the consumer, but also to be able to keep yourself on pace. It actually has links that are embedded into it. It's a really cool Canva presentation. So we want to make sure to automate a lot of these things for you, build a lot of these things out for you, so you don't have to worry about the creative design of things. You just go out there and do what you are great at, and that's building relationships and being in your community. Molly, anything else for marketing assets or anything else that we need to drop before we head on?
Nope, you're good.
All right, cool. Awesome. Let's continue moving forward. Patrick, are you here? I want to make sure that I don't miss you, Patrick. All right, cool. Let's continue cruising on. So we have obviously I feel that in some offices, obviously, let's just talk about the Fast Boost. So I feel that we have tons and tons of opportunity to utilize the Fast Boost a little bit more. I think that asset for you guys is just it's just such a great platform for you guys to be able to build, and there's so much for you guys to be able to talk about and to contribute. So if you've never been in the Fast Booth before, I want to encourage everybody on this call to get yourself in the Fast Booth. Don't worry about the editing. Let the shredders do their job. Tell them exactly what you want that video to look like, and start leveraging that. And if you frequent the office and you're just not finding yourself in there, just go in there and press record until something comes out. And I promise you, if you do it enough times, you'll get into a state and something good will come out. I want to share with you guys something that's happening. By show of hands on the call, how many people joined in our first intensity accountability group? Just give me a reaction on the screen, or give me a hand up if you were involved. and intensity accountability group. You guys, this was a 4-week session and it was very, very intense. It was a different tone from me than what you're probably used to, but it was designed to be really hard. It was designed to be in your face, and it was designed to push you. And we had some incredible results. So for that 4-week session, that group of people produced over 490 videos, knocked on over 8,000 doors, had over 200 conversations, booked a ridiculous amount of appointments, and got into 18 ratified contracts. So we're doing another one that starts on the 4th. Yeah, on the 4th of August, all the communication will come out. It's going to be a 4-week, another intensity group. Now, do not sign up for that if you do not feel that you can see the program the entire way through. It's going to push you. It's going to be tough. We're going to make some adjustments to it because of the weather, because of door knocking, so on and so forth. But it is going to be hard and it's going to be a lot of fun. But I'll tell you what, seeing the growth out of the people that came to that group, it was absolutely amazing to watch. And so I'm excited for the next round. Also, we obviously are taking the company in a different direction when we think about who's showing up in our environment, who's part of the team, who's the steward of this cause. We wanted to make sure that we are surrounding you with people that truly want to be here and want to build their business. And so unfortunately, we said goodbye to some people that were no longer wanting to be a part of this business. But we also said another hello to people that said, you know what, I want to recommit. Maybe I got life or I let life stand in the way of what I really want to accomplish in this business. And those people said, you know what, I'm recommitting to my business. So we're going to launch another accountability group on August the 4th, and that's 11 o'clock for the people that are recommitting to their business. So it's going to be an exciting time. And I believe this, and Kenny and I probably will agree on this, is that we don't need necessarily a tons of more training. What we need to do is just create environments that are going to help you guys hold yourself accountable to the things that you truly want to create in this business. And so we're going to raise the intensity over the next couple of weeks. We want to make sure that you guys have a solid summer. So when Christmas time comes around, when vacation time comes around, when that holiday season comes around for you and your family, you're not in panic mode. You're not in worry mode. You can actually spend that time and do the things that you really want to do with your family. So that's important to us. We know it's important to you. We're going to be here to support you guys. And we can only create a condition. You guys have to choose. And so I'm excited about where we're at as a company. I'm excited about the direction over the next 90 days. So before we head out, anybody have anything else for the cause? Any other contributions? Anything that they want to share before we close out? Donna Chan, let's hear from you. You always have great contributions. Let's hear from you.
Hi, thank you, Elias. I wanted to tap in on the conversation that you just had about agents that are committed. I had the opportunity to host an open house on my new listing with Joey Dong. Joey Dong, he is, being an agent full time is very challenging, right? And at times we understand picking up jobs and whatnot. So he's committed to it. He's been committed to it. I want to make sure that everybody knows that other agents here are especially the full-time ones, are able to support you. And if you get a lead, like right now, we've got several leads from the open house and we tag team, and that's about our team collaboration. When we see good agents there that, have to go through challenging times. I mean, 2023 has been a struggle for even the top agents. So believe us when we see our team striving like this right now. So at the end of the day, I'm super honored to say, hey, when people reach out to us, we're always here for them to support them and see them strive. So happy to see the ones that are committed and dedicated to come back and put in that, and we will see them persevere through it as well too. So wonderful. Just wanted to put that out there.
I love it. And I appreciate that, because somebody told us last year that don't grow in isolation, right? Simply show up, like get yourself in the rooms, come to the events, come to coaching, come to a script role play session, go to the training, go to Karina's room, come to the sessions that are on the calendar, know what's on the calendar, look at the calendar every week and be like, yeah, I'm gonna get involved in that. Don't try to grow in isolation, because that is a lonely journey. There's so many people around you that you can learn from. I promise you'll make that path a lot easier as long as you immerse yourself in this environment. Don't try to do it in isolation. JJ, you had a hand up and a contribution before we close out. Big Dog, what do you got for us?
So I'm sure everybody knows essentially all the eviction moratoriums are all done. So there's a lot of people calling me, asking me about what to do as far as helping their sellers evict people. It's tricky. It's really, really tricky depending on the city, and so it's not fun. You can make mistakes and cost your sellers time if you think the traditional way of just giving out, the original notices is going to work. So if anybody has any questions,
George, why don't we? Because you speak and you drop a lot of bombs every week. Why don't we have you for like an hour Q&A on the calendar? Yeah,
it's up to you guys. I don't care.
Yeah,
no, I'm down for that. I would love that.
Would be amazing because then you own a lot of property. Your hand knees deep in it. So let's get you on maybe on the calendar for Friday or Monday. We'll put it on and then
just let me know. I'm good with it. That's no problem.
Let's do it Friday.
Real quick, if anyone has any questions right now, feel free to reach out right now because I don't want
to do Friday at 2 with you.
Friday at 2? Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. All right, done. Friday at 2. Okay. We'll get the marking out. We'll drop in Slack.
Okay.
Sounds quick, fast to execute. I love this. Dre, you had your hand up. Contribution. Thank you, JJ.
And speaking of Q&As, don't forget about Fridays. If you guys need a refresher, reminders, need help making sure that you have everything bookmarked. So when you do your accountability, you're on track and you're not stuck when you're trying to do your stuff. So don't
I love this.
I'm there on Fridays if you guys need a refresher.
I love it. I love it because one of the criteria for both intensity as well as for hashtag recommit is that you have all of your tech tools in place. We're going to be using CC. We're going to be using Follow Up Boss. We want to make sure that both of those technologies are in place. So you guys, we're excited to be where we are. Right now, our current team count is at 268 team members. And we were over 330 team members.
About a month ago.
So you guys can see what we're doing is we want to be known as not only the team that scales agents fast, but we want to make sure that we're working with people that truly want to be in this business and want to be a part of the team, right? There's a responsibility not only to ourselves and to our consumers, but a responsibility as to how we show up in this environment. So we're looking forward to growing and continue growing with the people that want to be here and the people that want to grow. So I'm excited that you guys are here and I'm excited about our journey ahead and we're going to continue to bring value. Speaking about that, we have a guy tomorrow and I don't know what you guys are doing tomorrow at 8:30 a.m., but if you can hop into group coaching, you're not going to want to miss this one. He's called the Disc Guy. This guy is the renown. I'm talking, this guy gets flown all over the country to speak about the disc profile. The way that he'll help you identify what your profile is, how to identify in others, how to look for key indicators in your communication patterns, and how to best communicate with other individuals. This guy will blow your mind. He's going to be our guest tomorrow.
Yeah,
so,
I went to Raquel's mastermind and this guy wasn't a speaker. He was just in the audience. He's literally the most impressive guy I've met at the thing. He's like I don't know, he'll read you and tell you everything about your life within a minute of talking to you. It was really scary and really cool. So I would highly recommend it. We recorded it. I haven't seen anything like this. So you'll definitely get a lot of value and understand people a lot more.
Yeah, and he will definitely scare you. Be like, you're shaking his hand and he holds on to it for a little bit longer, like he's taking your energy and then he's giving you back his understanding of who you are as a human being. But I'll tell you what, I haven't seen him be wrong. I just haven't seen him be wrong. So he studies this. It was a little awkward for me too. I'm glad you said that, Kenny, but he's our guest tomorrow. So make sure to tune in. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be tons of great information. I'll be dropping that asset today. I'll probably be tagging quite a few of you. Make sure to send that to friends and homies at other brokerages. But you guys, it's good to be back. And I want to say thank you for all of your kind words. A lot of you reached out. You know that me and my family are going through some harsh stuff over the last couple of weeks, but I want to say thank you guys for the love, for the messages, and for, just being a part of this journey with me. So thank you guys. I appreciate you guys. Go out there, crush your week. I'll see you tomorrow for Keep It Moving group coaching and appreciate all that you guys do for our environment. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Peace.